hate puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Hope you all are having a good week, gearing up for a damn good weekend.
I don't. Fuck them.
Oh.
I'm fired up.
Jeez.
I'm pissed.
Troy's coming in hot today.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Good Monday.
I hope everyone has a good week.
Take it easy, man. Watch your blood pressure.
I asked for one person, to go review us, and not one of you bastards did.
Oh, here we go.
So I am not
That's
happy.
so like our listeners.
Damn.
That is spot on
Yeah.
for our listeners. But come on, guys. August of last year was our last review.
Is that really it?
Yeah.
August
You could
of
even
last-
make fun of Stu in the review if you wanted.
Please,
Yeah.
actually
That's
do that,
great.
Yeah,
and we'll call you out and give you an attaboy.
right.
Troy, this is Richmond. They don't support anything.
Then we'd know it's modern.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
true.
We know you're a true listener.
Yeah.
No one was making fun of Stu in season 4.
No.
It's all. Is this 5 or 6?
We're coming up on our 5th full year, starting our 6th in April.
6th year in April.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Crazy.
That's a large chunk of my life wasted in front of this
Yep.
microphone.
Yeah. When does the funny start?
For dozens of people.
Who don't review.
The
Yeah.
funny will start year 7. We promise.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
We've been ramping up.
Yeah.
Just stick around.
Oh, I like that. I like that attitude. Well, Troy, I'm a little concerned that no one's reviewed
Me too.
since August.
We do this.
Guess I'm gonna have to make a ghost profile and go do that shit.
Send something.
Illy drives 45 minutes, and you guys can't both ways.
One way, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys can't take. It's literally in your app. Like you don't even have to do anything. Just hit the 5 stars.
You can even hit the microphone now and just talk.
Yeah.
That's true.
For real?
Just yeah.
Talk to text.
You got a flip phone? You can't talk to text.
Oh, I thought that was a new feature in the rating system
Yeah,
of the
no,
app.
not that I'm aware of, but you should work on that.
I'm on it.
Okay.
Get right
I'm
on
on
it.
it. I've been having a hard enough time just producing this show, so Lord only knows.
Hey, you're doing a great job, though, man.
Thank you for that.
Hey, yeah,
I can
that's the
tell.
last one you get for the next 2 years.
You know what?
So hold on to that shit
Till
tight.
year 7.
It's the only one I need.
Yeah.
That was cool. So I don't know if you guys heard, but like Ely totally likes me now.
Yeah,
Things are looking up.
about that.
Y'all are gonna get those BFF necklaces where he wears one half and
The
joins
two
them
turtle
together.
doves.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's gonna be more like
You're a fucking hippie.
Where's Ely? Where's Ely? He's had things remembered getting Brendan's
Right. Yeah, build a bear.
yeah.
Stuffing this fucking bear.
Speaking of bears, did you guys see have you seen the late night? I saw a late night.
Do you have a Miata driver bear by any chance? Scarf, funny hat, the whole nine?
It was a damn Trumpy bear. Have you seen
A
that?
Trumpy bear?
No.
It's a bad, really, really bad infomercial for
First time.
Trump. A bear looks like Trump.
Does it have like
calls-
hair like one of the elves?
Yeah, exactly.
Like a
troll?
Like a troll. Yeah.
It's called TrumpyBear.com. I looked it up. It was ridiculous.
That is
I don't know
great.
what I was watching.
How much does the Trump bear cost? I assume it's overpriced.
It was like $29.
That
Dude.
actually sounds
All right.
reasonable.
Speaking of that, have you seen the shit about how much this motherfucker is spending on golf?
Trump?
Yes.
It's crazy.
No.
Well, let's rewind the amount of money. But like, even
Do you remember years ago when he would like clown? He'd be like, "I
Yes,
can't believe
yeah.
Obama's going
Yes.
to play golf."
And he said, "I will not play golf if I'm president." Like he actually
I do
said
re-
that.
but
I
even
recall that.
even if you just look at both of them, like
Right.
look at how much they're like. I think
Oh, yeah.
Obama. And this is total. I read something this morning, but I think Obama did like 90 some times in 4 years. But like
Yeah.
just like think of that number alone,
Yeah.
and how much you play golf.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, and I think Trump's at like I don't know 100 and some.
Yeah.
Only in 3 years. So it's like, dude, that's fucking like more than once a week.
Yeah.
Like you're like, how do you do that?
It's a lot of golf.
And the thing is I wasn't arguing with somebody, but I was talking about, I was like, dude, you own the fucking golf club. Why are you charging anyone for golf? Like, if I owned a golf club, I would be golfing for free.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Of course.
But it's
so
all
he's
of-
not even playing his courses.
He's playing his courses like, if he's golfed 150 times, it's like 140 have been at his place.
and he pays
Right.
them when he shows
But the
up.
thing is, see, that's what I thought, but I didn't realize, which is common sense, but everybody that goes has to pay. So all the Secret Service, all the planes,
Nice.
all of that. And then I read that the golf carts have to all be souped up so that they go 19 miles an hour because the basic shit's not good enough for
Yeah,
Secret
there's
Service. They have
14.
to go faster.
Oh, so this is if some psycho rides out.
Yeah,
and
so
they're
they're
like,
all not like they're all not like racing at the same
and then
speed.
Trump can go 5 miles an hour
That's
faster.
right. Yeah.
Brilliant. That is
Exactly.
so smart.
But it's like, so I was like, why is he should be playing free golf? But then it's all the other shitheads and the plane flights. But dude, that's a lot of flying.
It's a lot of time. Like I specifically gave up golf because I don't. If I have 6 hours,
But
I'd
you don't
rather
have a
do
cake
something
job
else.
like running the free world.
Right. Exactly.
So that's why you're busy.
But would you say that if he's not playing golf, he's president in general? Any
Yeah.
president, if you're not playing golf, you're pretty much working 24/7 outside of sleeping.
So you think it's a one time he takes off? Because I think the 200 tweets a day would beg to differ.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's tweeting is not. He's still in. I mean,
It takes me 30 minutes to write a 4-word tweet. I'm horrible. Just horrible.
I always heard they golf so much because they could get a lot of business done.
Yeah, they
privately.
invite people there.
Like no prying ears and eyes and all that stuff. But I feel like that's what somebody would say.
Right.
That likes to play golf. Hey guys, we got this little meeting, so let's hit the links.
Right.
Like,
could you imagine golfing 90 times in 4 years?
it's crazy.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Yeah,
That's
but I got
insane.
I know
I play golf
friends
twice a
that belong to clubs and play once a week.
Yeah.
Right. That's in the summer.
Yeah. Not all year long.
Well,
I mean, granted,
Still.
it's in Florida, so they just hop on a plane and go down there and they can play all the time. But maybe that's part of it is we
The
can't. fathom
PGA
that
Tour
'cause we
pros
live
are
here.
like, "Hey Trump, calm down a little bit.
right? Exactly. Yeah.
giving us a bad rep.
That's
Take
insane.
a break. Take a break."
Well, when you got an athlete's build, I think you just want to
Yeah.
flex
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's why I find myself in all kinds of rigorous activity.
Right.
My
But
body.
you know what happens is people fly in from other fucking Ukraine and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you like the White House? You should see this place in Florida.
Yeah.
Well,
Jump on this plane and we'll go
along
golf."
that same vein, you see where he took the beast around Daytona yesterday.
I saw that. I didn't see the video, but I saw an
Yeah.
article saying he was
And I
going to
didn't
do it.
realize.
Was he hanging out of the sunroof by any chance?
Yeah, just
Is the beast the limo?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's the Secret Service code name for it. But
That's awesome.
the beast. It's a 22,000-pound Cadillac on a truck frame,
Dude.
4-inch bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
So he
it's
was not
crazy.
out the top. They should build one of those Pope things for him.
That would've been
where
awesome.
he can chill out of the top.
I was watching.
Looks like a
it.
meerkat.
You know what's
at the
funny?
zoo.
Knowing his personality, I'm surprised he hasn't demanded that yet.
Oh, I know,
Like,
right?
I need to sit up top in a turret. It's see-through.
The other neat thing was he pretty much like buzzed the tower with Air Force One over the field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went right over.
Did you see
That's
his
awesome.
interview with the talking head lady from Fox? It was awkward as shit.
Really?
Of course, dude. Like they throw it down to her, and she's in the infield, and he's like, "I just love NASCAR. It's a great American race.
Yeah, huge
and
part of my life.
I love these
forever.
people, and I've been here 4 times." And she's like, "Yeah, but not since 2001." And he's like, "Yeah, but you know." And then he's like, the technology's so great, and the speeds, these guys are awesome. Like, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Really?
Dude. I'm like, you don't watch NASCAR, dude. Like,
Yeah.
no way you watch NASCAR.
Troy
Right.
actually does a pretty good Trump.
Yeah, it's
I
like
just
that.
like when you were doing Trump, I was just sitting back like, I think we just found his impression.
We found our new Trump.
That's pretty
It's
good.
not my forte.
Now that
good-
you
it's
know
gonna
that we
be.
liked it, it's going to be more difficult to do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that's good. We're going to have to bring you on as Trump. You're going to have to write up a sketch.
Then we'd have to prep.
God forbid we
Jeez.
make an effort. Where are the reviews, people?
Yeah.
Oh, prep? No, I don't have time.
Right,
Is
yeah.
this podcast scripted?
People ask me that all the time. Like, how much prep do you guys do? And I was like,
Tons.
depends on how many deuces we take that week.
Brendan doesn't get any sleep. He's up till
15
3
hours
a.m.
a week or
nightly.
so.
Yeah, I don't sleep. You would think I'd be doing more with it.
Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to get little Nicky jokes?
It's true.
Yeah.
I was up all night watching Little Nicky and then Deeds.
2 of the greats.
Deeds is a good movie.
Yeah,
Little
Deeds is
Nicky
good.
sucks ass.
True.
As soon as Little Nicky came on and I started watching, I was like, this is horrible. And I was like, I'm going to turn it up.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The
It
best-
can't be that bad. Maybe I was wrong before.
Yeah.
Now just, you know what I mean? You give it a shot when you were right the whole
the best
time.
in Deeds
I was.
is when he finds the made up town she came up with.
Oh,
Winchester,
Winchester. No,
Fieldville?
it's, yeah, Winchesterton, Fieldville, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Takes some
My daddy built this house
Yeah.
with his bare hands. Your dad's a liar.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
see, that was funny.
Yeah.
You may remember her. I'll give you a hint.
Here comes the
Fell out of
Blackfoot.
Boo Radley's apple tree.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
see?
shit is great.
That movie's actually all right.
Would you not buy his Hallmark cards? Because I would.
Oh yeah.
The ones that
That'd be
suck
good.
ass. I would so buy
Yes.
one of those. Me too. That rhymes half-assed and shit.
We need more like half-assed
Right.
Hallmark cards.
Yeah.
Someone needs
Someone's
to do
got to
that.
give. My wife and I stopped buying each other cards because, like, I don't know if you guys have bought a card lately. It's like $9
I
for
know.
a card. You're like, are
They
you
are.
kidding me with this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
I had someone the other day that was like, I went and got a Hallmark card and it was $4.99. I was
Yeah.
like,
wait, what?
Where'd you go?
$4.99? Like,
86
are you?
stolen?
Yeah, exactly. Are we in the 90s?
Yeah.
Was it one of the ones that were just a thank you notes? Like, why was it so cheap?
Yeah, the blank cards.
Yeah,
you get 20
exactly.
of them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Right.
Yeah, last time I went and just found one and took a picture of it and sent it to her.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I was at a party the other night, and a guy was like, his wife was bragging on this card, something about you have a magical ass, like it was like a donkey in a wizard outfit,
Yeah.
and so like you have a magical ass, and the guy's like, she's all excited talking about it, and I was like, oh, where'd you pick that up? And he said, oh, I actually didn't buy it. I took a picture, I sent it to her. I said, how great is this card? Happy Valentine's Day. And he left it there, and I was like,
Nice.
and she's talking about it at the party. I was like, you have found the loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you pulled it off.
Right.
Damn.
Because she actually was appreciative.
Especially with some of those photo editors nowadays, you can just
Oh,
draw
yeah.
her name on it or something. Exactly. And it'd be like, boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys get cards for Valentine's Day?
So it's hit or miss. This year we did not. We were hanging out. We were like, I love you. You love me? Yeah, I love you. You want to be my Valentine? Absolutely. Fuck these cards.
Yep.
And we went and got Rusty Taco, and we were good.
Boom.
Yeah.
Which that place needs more spice. It's the only
Yeah,
problem with
they
Rusty
do.
Taco. It's kind of a bland taco.
But their queso is fucking amazing.
so good.
It's got this onion flavor.
Yeah,
Heavy
so
onion flavor. Oh, my
I actually
I've yet
like
to
the
go there.
place. Like I'll go
Unlimited.
Yeah.
there, but you've got to doctor it up
I
because it
concur.
comes out at child levels.
Yeah.
So that it's like easily approachable by everybody.
Right.
And then you got to take it up a notch. But everything they do is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We this year the wife and I got each other absolutely nothing, and that was the best gift I ever could ask for. I mean,
Right.
it's
Heck yeah.
so fucking I get why the kids like it, and I get why the newlyweds like it. But God, like, if you need a day to fucking let your spouse know,
You're fucking up
yeah, you are
364
fucking-
times.
you are fucking.
Well, part of
Really
the whole,
fucking up.
like it's been engineered so to
Yeah.
boost the economy
Oh,
every
yeah.
month or
Yeah.
so, month and a half. That's
Yep.
what drives me nuts. I'm
Yeah.
like falling into this trap that I need to buy horse shit
Well, and
to
it's
tell
like,
someone that
you know they
you know
jack
what I mean?
the prices up for that horse shit.
Yeah.
Like, you can get a dozen roses all day long, for $12.99, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, Valentine's Day, $75. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
This is the same
Wait, is
crappy
that-
rose.
Yeah,
Is that right? Ely? Every 6 weeks there's
Some,
something
yeah,
to
I mean,
spend.
basically a
yeah, go in
holiday.
any
Yeah.
store. That the next one comes out, and soon we'll start getting the Easter stuff, and then
Yeah.
it's all
St.
economic
Patrick's Day is
boom is the
coming
whole
up.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all to grow the economy every so often. That's the whole purpose of it.
Makes
At least
sense.
that's in my mind. That's
Not
what
if
I've
we
told
start taking
myself.
pictures of cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then it's just the big data is the only one who gets the money.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I first started dating my wife, the first Valentine's came up, and I was like, I don't do Valentine's, so like I don't mean to
Yeah.
like have you be bummed out, but don't expect anything on the 14th. You're not getting a card, you're not getting flowers. And I was like, but that doesn't mean that I don't care. I'd be glad to make you dinner,
Yeah.
but we're not going anywhere either because I don't want to deal
yeah,
with
you
the
don't get in
crowds.
that.
And so I made her dinner that first time, and that's all I've had to do now for all these years, and it's worked out.
That's the way to do it.
It's worked out well. And she immediately got it. She was like, yeah, I really don't see the point. I was like, yes.
Yeah, when I started dating my wife, kind of did the same thing where it's like, you're not going to get that stuff on Valentine's Day. You're not going to get it on your birthday, but you will on a random Wednesday. You'll have some.
I
I'll
make
bring
sure
you
I
some
do
flowers
that.
or do
Yeah.
do something nice for you. You'll come home and there'll be something like.
Oh, and you want to get bonus points? Send flowers to her work in August.
yeah,
Like just on a random day, all of a sudden she gets
Yeah.
flowers. Then everyone gets jealous. And they're like, holy shit, your man's so awesome. I wish my man was like that. They all send flowers on Valentine's Day, and it's just,
you know what's
it gets
better?
lost in the shuffle.
Lost in translation.
Save you money and it's better. Take the flowers to work.
True.
That they really like that.
Oh, boy, you just took it up a notch.
Deliver them yourself.
Dialed it up.
I like
Did you
that.
see the guy? This is probably year or two, maybe I don't know how long the video clip is, but the guy for Christmas, his wife, he individually wrapped all of the paid electric and water bills and stuff and said, "Merry Christmas.
Get
Your
out
bills
of here.
paid. Your car's paid
that's
for."
dirty.
It was hilarious. She was roping him up like, "What is this?" He's like, "Yep, Merry Christmas. This is all taken care
That
of."
is
for."
less effective than starting a podcast with "fuck you, bitches."
For sure.
Yeah, you're not gonna get any loving for that. That's
No.
for sure.
I'm guessing they're not together.
Yeah, that didn't last long. All I want in a man is a guy who doesn't present my bills as a gift.
Yeah.
Right.
The bar is low. I'm moving in.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the kids' cards. I like that. That's about.
Yeah,
My
do you
wife
guys do that?
accepted
That's
it.
a good
My
question.
wife buys the cards, and every year on the 13th, she goes, "Hey, don't forget to sign the girls' cards." And I'm like, "What?" And every year, I basically sign the same thing.
I'm
Yeah.
on the same boat. To me, it's weird. Like with the kids, like I got my kids nothing. We got my kids nothing. It's just to me, to me, the Valentine's Day is like
For love.
for love, like not that sort of love, like not
Lusty
to say
love?
Yes, not more sexualized than I love you. Like because then we'd all be getting each other cards, right? Like and gifts. Like it's just to me, it's like it's for your significant other. Not
I don't know. My girls are old enough now to where it's not about the
Now
chocolate.
it's not
and the candy.
creepy.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about
No,
how
but I'm just
fucked
saying-
up school Valentines are now, too?
Well, that's gotten really
Oh,
lame.
my God. I want to break
Yeah.
something about that.
What's wrong
What's-
with school
what hap-
Valentines? I remember you would have
You
the
can't
little-
take any candy anymore because we're in this fucking
Oh, yeah,
society
yeah.
where we've
Yeah.
rubber and
And you have to give
Save the
everyone
whole
one.
world.
You can't just give them to whoever you
But
want.
that was the case when I was a kid. I recall you always had to bring one for everybody when I was a little kid.
I don't know that I remember
I
that.
don't-
Younger,
know
like
if I remember that.
maybe second grade, first grade. Everybody got a like you made. Like,
Yeah,
got
you would
32
make the
cards,
little
all
envelope.
Yeah.
Snoopy, and you gave them to everybody.
Right.
The
Yes.
no
Then-
candy thing is pretty fucking
Weird.
lame. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't give the little hearts or
Nope.
anything.
No,
do nothing.
can't do anything.
Literally
so now, if you go to
nothing.
like buy the thing of Valentine's, it's all these horse shit ass
Like temporary
fucking
tattoos.
temperate stickers,
Yeah,
and here's this
stickers.
maze, and fill out the maze. They're the
Yeah.
lamest things you've ever seen.
That
Meanwhile,
makes
the-
sense because my girls came home wearing they had like little fake tattoos on them,
Yeah.
they had headbands and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, what is all
Yeah,
this?
you can't do the Valentine's, but meanwhile, the 7th and 8th graders are sexting themselves. Pictures crazy.
Right. We're about to dial Valentine's up.
We can't do candy, but temporary tattoos are totally cool.
For
Like,
sure.
Put a temporary tattoo on
Yeah,
your
it's a
face.
face
and
one.
fucking be fucking
Right.
baller. Like
Better get rid of those candy cigarettes and bring in some real cigarettes.
Yeah.
I told you did I tell you about lunch shaming?
No.
So at the high school, Emma forgot her lunch. I went by Chick-fil-A, took it to the front office, and I said, "Here's my daughter's lunch, 9th grade, teacher, whatever. She's got second whatever lunch." And the administrator says, "Oh, no, well, she'll have to eat that in here in the office. She can have a friend join her in the room or in the office, but she has to eat that here." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, we don't want any lunch shaming going on because if she takes that into the lunchroom, there are kids that have, they get free reduced lunches, and they've probably never eaten a fast food meal." I was like, "What?"
that's your problem.
That's
not
false.
mine.
No one believes that, right?
Yeah.
Let you know a
Well,
little
I was like,
secret.
so-
if they're getting those kind of lunches, they've only had fast
Right.
food.
Exactly.
If
Yeah.
you show up with Ruth's Chris,
Yeah.
now we got a
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So now the 2 other times it's happened, I'll go get her fast food and throw it in a lunchbox in a brown bag and say, "Here you go."
Oh,
I
there
could
you
fill
go.
these next fucking couple episodes with shit I want to be angry about. That shit is one of them.
Yeah, I was like,
And
well,
everything is.
I was disappointed when I volunteered at my kids' school, and when you take them food or if you want to go eat lunch with them, you can bring them whatever. You can't sit with that class. You have to sit at the annex table.
Right.
So you're just sitting there with your kid, and you're like, "Hey, what's up? I just saw you 3
Yeah.
hours ago. I know you'd rather be hanging with your homies over here."
Right.
Well,
And I wanna- and
that's
I wanna
parent
know-
shaming.
Yeah, and I want to know your friends. I want to
Yeah.
see who you're eating with. I want
Right.
to talk to these little
I want to be the
bastards.
fly on the wall while y'all do your lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
yeah, at the elementary school, the kids went to the parents eat lunch with their kid. Any parents that came, there was one table, so it was like
Yep.
5 parents and 5 kids sitting at one table eating
Yeah.
lunch. It was like,
It's probably a good way to hit on single moms for cheating.
the kids got older, not there
Sit there and
anymore.
be like, no ring.
And I got to think that, like, all right, would you think it's a fair statement to say that the shit that we're complaining about, that I'm complaining about, whatever, bothers most people?
That-
Yeah.
Then why the fuck are we doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Right.
with you.
Is it the squeaky wheel syndrome? Like,
Yes.
one person said my kid's never had Chick-fil-A in their life, so the whole fucking school is going to change society
Why doesn't
because
the whole
of
school
this.
say,
Yeah.
Squash
I'll go
that
get him
shit.
some Chick-fil-A so he can have his first one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I was joking with the
All
administrator.
you kids who haven't had a nugget, raise your hands.
Yeah.
right.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of joked with her. I said, "Well, what if I brought everybody lunch?"
Right.
She's like, "I don't know."
You
We'll have to
son
get
of a
that past the board of
We'd have
supervisors.
we'd have to get the parents' approval, because some parent would be upset. You bought my kid Chick-fil-A? How dare you?
Especially the kid with peanut allergies because they fry all that shit in peanut oil. It's a whole nother situation.
These are all Western problems, too, by the way.
Yes.
Like, fuckers over in the East will just laugh at us over this dumb shit. 100%.
For
first
sure.
world, first world
Yeah.
problems.
Well, that's what we're here to solve.
We're solving them.
That's our at least bringing them up and then
Yeah.
petering out before a solution is found. But we're bringing them up. But Ely, to your point, I do think most people feel the same way, at least in the circles I run in.
Yeah.
And you see, that is always where you get kind of caught up because you run in circles and go, okay, the world is this way. That doesn't mean the world's
Right.
that way.
You know what sets
No.
me off with the kids? When I volunteer up at school, you do lunch duty. The amount of fucking food that these little bastards throw away
Really?
will send you through a roof, dude. Like, I'm talking kids get their even kids that bring their own lunch that don't eat it, they'll throw that shit away. You're thinking they're eating it. Then the kids buy the lunch and they won't even touch one thing on it and throw the whole fucking thing away.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
And some kids, like, the other day I was there, they had chicken sandwiches, and I was talking about this one kid I knew, and it was the end of the lunch, and the chicken sandwich hadn't even been open. I go, "You gonna eat that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "What are you gonna?" And they can't share food. You're not allowed to pass food around because of all the allergies.
You
and
can't
stuff.
trade.
Nope.
That's ridiculous.
Man, I was the king of the
So,
trade.
I mean, you just and they stand them all up at the same time, and they walk down the table, and they just at the end of the table, there's a trash can on wheels, and they're just dumping all
with their
this
uniforms
food, dude.
on, and they thank the dear leader every time before they leave the lunchroom.
That's Korea.
Oh, my fault.
But yeah, the amount of food they throw away could feed a fucking village.
Well, they are like hawks when it comes to the if you buy anything, on your school credit, like you get a phone call every week. Your account is 25 cents overdue.
Oh yeah.
My daughter was famous for that. She would make these massive lunches, and then she'd go in there, and she'd be the person throwing it all out. But when she figured out that she had credit,
Oh yeah.
she was just getting ice cream every day.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
like my oldest daughter's credit would last all month, and my youngest daughter's credit was like burning up in a week. We're like, what the hell is going on here?
Dude, my kid has never spent a penny at school.
really
That's good.
Isn't that weird?
That's
Weird.
good.
I mean,
Well,
it's-
you don't let him buy lunch.
He gets his lunch made every day,
yeah.
See, we let him buy lunch one day a week.
but he doesn't want to.
That's weird. I was psyched to buy lunch.
Right.
My kids probably buy half and half. Like
Really?
depending on what they have, like certain things they like and certain things they don't like. And it's like $2 and change to
Throw
for
away.
school lunch. Like it's really cheap. Like I probably spend more than that making his lunch.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, go buy the lunch.
Well, it
Right.
changed. Well, we make the girls lunch every single day because of their food allergies. But then Emma went from 8th grade to 9th grade.
You're the reason we can't trade food.
Oh,
No.
precisely.
But what I'm getting at is 9th grade at the high school. Emma forgot her lunch. I said, "Well, just here's some money. Go get some lunch." And she's like, "Dad, every single thing on the menu's fried. There's
Right.
nothing that one I either like that's really healthy or two I could eat."
Yeah.
And I started thinking about it. Man, the nutrition side of it's probably whack.
I'm actually seeing a lot of the schools I go to. They've gotten rid of. They're gotten rid of a lot of deep fryers in the elementary schools where I go. They
Really?
don't fry anything anymore.
So I'll tell you a funny story. Yesterday I go into Lowe's and the Girl Scouts are out there peddling their shit, and I'm like, "Oh, so y'all take credit now?" They're like, "Yeah, we do." I was like, "Awesome, I'll be right back." So I go in a shop and I come out and I'm like, all right, let me get 1 box of Thin Mints, 1 box of the Samoas, the peanut butters, and give me a box of those chocolate chip caramels." And there she's like, "Oh, so the chocolate chip caramels are gluten free."
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
"All right, put those back. Give me a different one." And what's funny is she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I feel like gluten's going to make them better, right?" She's like, "Yeah, you're right."
There's no doubt.
Were they $1 more?
I don't even
I
remember.
think the pricing on those are different. I remember.
Anybody had them?
I did.
No.
Are they good?
Last year, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're like
Missing
my
gluten.
least favorite of the cookies.
Yeah.
So what
But
was
last year I got suckered into it because I went up and the lady was like, "There's only one of these left."
Right.
And I was like, "Really? Why is that?" And she's like, "They're gluten free and everyone's buying them. This is the last one out of our whole troop this box here." And I was like, "Then I'll take it." Like, I want the rarity.
Right.
And
Of
I
course
got-
you do.
Got home and I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of disappointed people."
Gotcha.
Right.
So what's the whole what was the whole driving factor between renaming all the Girl Scout cookies?
No, it's just where they're manufactured, I think.
Yeah, there's two different. There's a West Coast and an East Coast facility,
Right.
And one of them, I know one of them Samoa's, and the other one is like,
It's like a Carl's Jr. and
Some
Hard.
kind
It's
of delight.
Coconut Delight or something.
Yeah, something
Caramel
delight.
Delights, I think.
which
Well,
is bullshit.
It's
'cause I'm a
basically the
Samoa
one
guy.
factory has the one name, and then the
Yeah.
other factory has the other name.
But Samoa's are better.
They're the same, but
Samoa's.
Right, but I didn't
I'm
think
a
it-
Samoa
oh.
guy.
there's no difference.
Because like the guy came around, the other day at the office for his kid, and everybody ordered cookies. I didn't see one name of cookie
Fuck
that I
that
recognized
guy.
from last year.
Really?
Like they were all
well,
different.
maybe they've cleverly, in our first world, changed that because it's offensive to actual Samoans.
That's what I'm thinking. I was just wondering. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Or it's the best thing that ever happened.
And
to
then
Samoa.
next year, thin mints are offensive to thin people, so we'll just call
Yeah.
them mints.
What if I were to say that I don't like Girl Scout cookies?
Don't say that.
Am I weird?
All right,
I would say you're-
26 minutes.
Well-
edit.
Are you weird? That's a good question. I would say.
Do you like cookies?
Yeah, that was my.
Do you
That's
like
a great
cookies?
question because I don't eat a lot of cookies.
Then that's the reason.
Okay.
Then yeah, so it's not a Girl Scout problem; it's a cookie problem.
I envy you. I wish I didn't have this weird addiction to sweets,
Yeah.
but
I'm more of a savory. Like, I'd rather eat potato chips.
oh,
oh
God.
really?
Yeah,
I'll eat a
not
bag
me.
of chips before
I
a
don't
cookie
eat
all
a
day.
bag of chips ever.
I used to go through a box of Nilla wafers like they were going out of style. That was
So
my thing.
Nilla wafers. I used to go and do some energy work at the Nabisco plant where they would make them and the dude would give them to me off the line.
Oh,
How
are they
awesome
better?
were they?
Oh yeah,
Soft and warm.
Yeah. Oh, they're amazing. And you walk in there and the whole place smells like warm Nilla wafers. The entire factory.
I love
Yeah.
Nilla wafer. Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it was just Nilla wafers and milk. I mean, that was the go-to.
Not me. We like good things. Like
You don't like milk with your Nilla
I
wafer?
feel like Nilla wafers are like, all right, there's these
They're the
snacks
sugar
that we all
cookies.
love
Yeah.
that they're like great for Depression era folks, like Twizzlers. People that like Twizzlers, I'm like, look, it's
Yeah.
the 21st century.
Yeah.
Can we get the fuck away from shit that was made in the 20s? Like
Yeah.
that shit
I love a
sucks ass.
Twizzler.
Of course you do.
Twizzlers are pretty bad.
Maybe I am a Depression era guy.
Yeah, Werther's Original, Nilla wafers, and Twizzlers. Like this sells shit nowadays with sugar and fucking sweetness and sourness,
Chocolate.
all shit in. It'll fucking pop in your mouth and shit, and it's amazing. And you're like, I'm good with this stick of red.
Dude, we went to
Do you have any candies in your pocket? I like candies from pockets.
That's right. Yeah.
Grandma's,
Preferably if I don't know you.
Grandma's got the Werther's original down in the
Yeah.
in the bag.
Right.
Bag for
Brendan exclusively eats candies from pockets or glass dishes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That sounds about right.
Right.
Or if they just happen to be laying next to the roll of pennies, and that's a good sign. If I
Yeah.
walk in a house and I see someone rolling pennies, I'm like, "Ooh, you got the good candy,
That's
don't
right.
you?"
Sorry.
Remember the little strawberry joints with the little strawberry
Yeah.
filling?
Oh yeah, inside the little wrapper.
Yeah, the strawberry
Yeah.
wrapper.
Those were
Dude,
trash.
we went to this. We went to a Super Bowl party a couple weeks ago, and this woman, I didn't even get to meet her. There were these massive cookies there, chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
That she had like made from scratch. Probably the best cookie I've ever had.
Really?
And my kids hated them, and I was like, and the wife and I were like, couldn't. We brought a bunch home. They were so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And I was like, kids, what's up? They were like, and this is why I think they were good. The kids tasted the salt in them. She had put a little salt in them.
Oh, okay.
And you got the little savory and the sweet.
Yeah.
And, of course, the kids, being
Yeah, I don't like
adolescents
that.
are like, "Bleh." It's like,
Right.
that's what makes it fucking awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
That's a grown-up palate, though,
Yeah.
where you're picking up on things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are like, there's not enough chocolate,
Yeah.
which I get.
Yeah.
Really, in my mind, like all those candies you were making fun of me before for, those don't have chocolate. I mean, in my world, if
Yeah.
I'm going to go get candy, I
Yeah.
want a Snickers.
Yeah.
I'll even go a Butterfinger, but I just want something with chocolate. If it's
Yeah.
not a chocolate bar, then it enters into the whole subcategory of candies,
Yep.
which is where the Werthers live and the Twizzlers, which are good in my mind.
Like gummy worms.
Yeah, but see, like if I go non-chocolate, I'm going like sweet tart. Starburst might be
Yeah.
the best fruit candy on the planet. Starburst.
Are you
Like,
a Skittles guy?
I do love
are good.
Skittles.
Yeah, I'm a big
Okay.
Skittles.
Yeah.
I think if you like Starburst, you probably like
Yeah.
Skittles.
Right.
I mean, easy move. And if you have a lot of fillings, then the Skittles are a little easier on
It
you.
was funny is the other day Jacob was like, Starburst are like the best fruit candy, Dad. I wonder how they make those. I was like, there's a commercial that talks about
You just take them
funny
to
you
YouTube.
ask. Yeah, it's a little fighter jet.
Everybody knows that.
That's
I
right.
think my go-to would be a Mounds. I like the coconut.
Really?
Mounds bar. Yeah.
Never been a coconut. Although I love Samoas. It's like I'm not a coconut guy, but Samoas, I think the
That's another
caramel.
thing. Troy's
Dude,
anti-coconut.
I am so anti-coconut. Like the smell
Really?
of coconut makes me want to start
Really?
projectile vomiting. Like I cannot stand coconut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Big
I
fan.
love a good.
I was actually looking for coconut water today, and I couldn't find any like true coconut water.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
It is
I don't
It's
actually.
like
pretty
the
much just
coconut.
Samoas for me. Like the caramel masks the coconut flavor, the caramel and the chocolate. So I don't really.
Samoa is the best of
Yeah.
all of them.
Samoa's amazing.
I mean, it's like a little like knockoff of a Snickers. I don't know how. I mean,
Yeah.
it's somehow.
I had 3 before I came here today.
Oh,
Damn.
Feeling pretty good about myself.
To me,
you look shredded.
Yeah.
I gotta
I am.
have, I gotta have peanut butter. Like I
Oh.
want peanut butter on everything, and I'll like get a chocolate chip cookie and go straight to the pantry and get the peanut butter and smear it across
Right.
it. I'm like, it's not done yet. It needs peanut butter.
I do eat way too much peanut butter. I'm saving all of this for like that squirrel store shit. Like I'm storing.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's
Yeah.
almost
It's all
boating
peanut
season.
butter.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be out there,
Right.
shirt off, looking sharp.
I
Sun's
used
out.
to take just regular graham crackers and spread
Oh,
butter
yeah.
on them.
Butter.
Butter.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Spread butter on them and
Fucking Cajuns.
Yeah.
stuff,
What the
man.
fuck?
It's so weird.
Sprinkle it with Old Bay too,
Yeah.
probably.
nah.
I did have
Put
my
Old Bay on
mind
it.
blown. Someone took toast one day and they put butter and then jelly.
Oh,
on it.
that's the only way
And
I
was
make
like,
it.
that is insane.
Yeah,
that's-
that's the only way
normal.
I make it. That's how my grandma lived her life, and that's the only way I
Yeah.
make my toast.
Yeah.
If you haven't done that,
Yes.
do that. 'Cause
That's
you will
good.
never
Butter
go
makes
back.
everything better. You put a
fact.
good
Oh,
layer
yeah,
of butter
yeah.
down first. Even butter and peanut butter toast. Oh, dude,
I've
next
never
level.
done that, but I should
You're
try
welcome.
it.
Butter
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Yes,
Interesting.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Let's
it is.
pause
It's
this
so good.
The one thing I could never get on was the toast and peanut butter with the Caro syrup. People would
Yeah.
put
What?
the syrup around.
I've
on
had-
top
even
of
know
peanut
what that
butter
is.
toast.
Yeah, you're speaking Greek to me.
Caro's like a super rich syrup. It's
Like molasses?
yeah, like
Yeah.
you cook with it.
It's clear. This is a different thing, but or even you could put regular syrup like pancake syrup on it. But I've peanut butter toast, and people would put.
Now I've heard peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Oh, that's the only
That's
thing I
not
eat.
bad.
Really?
That's like my number one sandwich.
It's good.
Yeah. Live on
Mm.
peanut butter and honey. Apple butter when I was a kid. Apple
got
butter
some
and peanut
sweet
butter,
teeth.
dude. Oh, my God.
I hate apple butter.
Really? I can just eat it with a spoon like applesauce.
My son every morning eats piece of toast with peanut butter and cheese on it.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
He got that from me.
Sounds disgusting, but I
That-
can see it being good.
Yeah, I can see how it'd be good, but that's
Everyone's
horrible.
always grossed out by it. They're like, peanut butter and cheese, that's disgusting. I'm like, you eat peanut butter and cheese crackers all the time.
Right.
Dude, my girls are on this kick every morning.
There's
Got me
orange
there.
crackers.
Making-
You got me there.
I'm making them breakfast, but they want their toast, and then Penelope or Emma will pull out the avocado, smash it up, and they're putting avocado spread over
Oh
top.
yeah,
of
that's
it.
the
Oh,
millennial
yeah.
thing. The
Yeah.
avocado.
Yep.
But they
toast.
love it.
They'll have a tumbler with some coffee in no time.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
So your
My
girls
oldest-
are basic?
Yeah. Yeah. Uggs, some Patagonia.
Yep, you're raising some basic bitches, man. Basic. You start counting down till pumpkin spice
Yeah,
season.
PSL
That's
season.
right.
coming
I
around
do
the
have to
corner.
say they've moved. My oldest has kind of moved past the Starbucks. She's like, Dad, Wawa's got dollar coffee. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said avocado toast. That
Yeah.
really is the sign of like the bougie
For
millennial
sure.
vibe. Like they,
Well,
When are you
they're
moving to Cali?
They're buying their avocados. I mean, I'm buying them. They're picking them out. They're mashing them up themselves. They're spreading it. But
oh
I'm
yeah,
buying.
you can't go in a coffee shop these days if it's like not a Starbucks, but like a local coffee shop.
Yeah.
They all got their avocado toast, and it's just full of Karens.
Avocados.
Yeah.
I love avocados.
God damn Karen.
Speak to the manager.
Yeah.
This avocado is too hard.
Yeah.
Right.
This one's
Who do you
soft.
have smashing this up back there?
Is he documented? Because this isn't smashed right.
I had a huge chunk.
I had to chew.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Karen,
Oh, my
that
God.
bitch.
Speaking of kids, didn't your kids go to a concert last night?
I was actually about to start the deli,
Oh, never mind.
but
You can't
But-
talk while you deli, motherfucker?
no,
Well,
because I
this
want to
is-
talk
this is
about
a story.
this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
wanna
do?
Talk
Let's
about
go.
this.
We can go to the deli. We can table
let's
the
get the
concert.
deli
Actually, I'll
going.
tell you what. Let's do the deli, then I'm gonna.
Thank God.
Then do it.
Then
do
we'll
what
talk
Stu
about
said.
the good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go grab a deli. Oh, you want it? You
Oh,
take it. Take it
where
from here,
is it?
Troy.
I got it.
Rail on the listeners for a little bit.
Yeah.
Stu's getting it. So what's this deli? Which one is it? Because I know we have more than one.
He just pulled a Pabst out.
Yeah. Yeah. The American beer.
Well, that was the only one that was cold going
okay.
into it, so I'll
Do that
let
one
that. Now
first.
this is the one that Healy's gonna love. Yeah, this was a slam dunk. We're trying the Legend American wheat
Oh,
or
local.
white or wheat. So this I think you'll probably like. The other one that I have for next episode for you, you're gonna hate.
Really?
I'm psyched.
Well,
What are all the cups for?
I don't know. I'm gonna have a full beer
Are you?
like a grown up.
Yeah, I got to work in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you didn't. You weren't
Sucks to
doing it
suck.
here.
No. Real estate market's pretty good right now. Can't complain.
So this is local Legend Brewing American Wheat, Richmond, Virginia.
Legend doesn't get enough run, so I'm hoping this beer is good.
Legend is the redheaded stepchild of the Richmond fucking
And they were first.
Is it really?
beer scene.
Despite
oh, yeah.
being the number one on the scene.
but is that because they're like people think they're too commercialized?
No, they came too early. Like they were doing it
Story
before.
of my life.
Oh, I don't see the ABV on here anywhere. I thought that had to be on there.
It does legally. It's somewhere hidden. But yeah, Legend was the first brewery here in Richmond, and then the craft beer scene blew up around it, and everyone kind of forgot about Legend. So I'm always waiting for that Legend beer to be amazing. But like their number one is what, the Legend Brown, and I actually don't think that's that great of a beer.
No, me either.
It's just, but I don't like brown ales, but so
Yeah.
much, so kind of difficult to like something that falls in the category.
I
I
do
already
like
That's
a
like
wheat
you.
beer. I like.
Is it because it's brown?
no.
Sure.
Sure.
That was
That's what you would say.
Exactly. Right.
sure. You guys are twats.
Maybe.
Shoot.
So a Legend American wheat. Now this is.
Are you looking it up, Stu?
Yes.
Let me see that
I
thing.
am.
Did you already drink it?
I did.
Okay. Did you find the alcohol?
Not
yeah,
yet.
yeah. I can't find it anywhere. What
Ooh.
Stu? What's your take on this marketing here?
It's a throwback.
It is a throwback.
It's a red, white, and blue American throwback. I mean, the label looks
It's
good.
like Americana.
Yeah. Like you, what is it? The guys that go rummaging around the country looking for
Pickers?
Yeah.
pickers. That's what it's like. Something they would find.
It looks
Oh,
like
looks
it
good.
looks like something they would serve at the what's that jousting place you go to?
Oh, medieval times.
This looks like a medieval times beer.
Looks like something you would serve at the county fair.
I mean, it's got a unicorn on it.
Well,
A
this is
unicorn or
so
a unicorn?
Seasonal,
Unfortunately, it's a unicorn. A
Oh.
unicorn would have been sweet.
Yeah, it would have.
It's such a seasonal. They're not even up to date on their website. It says coming soon, so I don't know what the ABV is.
You
or
lost a
anything.
half
Nailed
a
it.
point.
Well, you see, I got this thing early. I was like, I don't think I've ever had that. Now that I've had a couple sips, my opinion's changing a little. It's
I've
interesting.
never had it.
I never have either.
And I think what Legend does, they don't do a lot of different beers like all the new people do. They do, all the new breweries are rotating. Legend just makes like 4 beers, and that's basically what they do.
Pretty much their move.
Yeah.
They stay in their lane for the most part. Which may be why they didn't break out, because they didn't chase the IPA scene.
Yeah.
Which now is fading. I mean, now everything's light IPAs, which is kind of cool. Everyone's coming out with one.
I keep seeing these articles about brewers going back to the more classic lager.
Yeah, you're getting
Beer.
lagers and pilsners now.
Just like,
so
even
it's
a-
like
yeah.
you. The
Going
problem
back
with
to
that is you
tradition.
can't really do much there.
No.
It all tastes kind of the same,
Yeah.
but they're good.
And you're never going to compete with the big boys
No.
who knock it out of the park.
All right, Captain, we'll let you jump in on this.
It's pretty smooth, actually. I like it. Doesn't have a bite on the back end, and just right off the bat, I just kind of I'll give it a 3.
There you go.
It's a good time. It's
Yeah,
kinda-
I expected it to be. Usually, when you do these American wheats like this, they try to make it a little reminiscent of like the German style Hefeweizen, where it gets a little more peppery and a little more banana-y. Like they try to do a little of that.
I'm
but-
not getting the banana-y.
Yeah, but an American wheat is always just a hair lower. Like the Germans and all that, they have more of that pepper and banana, and they usually come in a little lower. This one decidedly came in much lower.
Are you guys picking up on like a metallic taste? It tastes metallic to me. Like a
Not
penny's
off
in
the
your
top of
mouth
my
or
head.
something.
I didn't until you said it, and now I'm like, oh, is that? But I think that is just the wheat style. I don't think that's actually metal. I think that's a byproduct, but now you say it. But as far as a wheat beer goes, look, it's refreshing. It's good. It does have that little metallic taste.
Yeah.
I think that is their attempt at the peppery, but it's like way understated.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with this beer. There's nothing great about this beer. It's an easy drinking beer. It reminds you of
I did
what-
find the metal in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that he
A little
says
bit.
it tastes like it. It never jumped out at me. But when
Yeah.
you say it, I'm like, oh, you're right. That's a fine beer. I would drink it on a hot day. Like, it is a good summer beer, easy drinking. But it doesn't do anything as far as an American wheat does. Like, I like a Widmer Brothers Hefeweizen. I
Yeah.
think that's a better American wheat flavor. So I would give it a 2.5 just to say it's right down the middle. But I think a 2.5 implies that it's kind of bad. So I'm going to give it a 3 because it is refreshing. But this is not a beer to write home about.
Yeah. I was going to basically say what you just said.
That's why I jumped in.
It's it's not bad, but it is not like I've got
All right,
to
guys.
have it. All right,
Gotta
Stu.
Peace out. I'll see you later.
Hi, brother.
Later,
luck.
man.
Gonna go buy some houses.
All right, good luck.
No, you're going to go sell houses, too. If you go buy houses, you're
Yeah,
doing it wrong.
I feel like you've got this job backwards.
Thanks for interrupting my review. So, before Stu so rudely interrupted me, I would say exactly what Brendan said. It's not bad, but would not seek it out. Would not need to pass along. Hey guys, check this beer out. Like, yeah, if it's in a cooler, grab
if you're
one
at
and
a
drink
party
it.
and this isn't cool, you're picking it up, you're
Yeah.
drinking it because you're
Yes.
like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but doesn't blow me
2.5,
away.
right down the middle, 3.
So you're right there with me.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Stu gave it a
and
3.
I liked your assessment of. I don't want anyone to think it's bad. It's not bad.
It's not a bad beer.
It's not bad.
It's perfectly fine beer. Go get that beer.
Yeah.
And wish you had a different
And meh.
beer. Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much in the exact same spot you guys are. It's okay. I'm glad it doesn't have a ton of bite on the back end, which is
Yeah.
great for me, obviously. But it is nothing special.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Sorry, legend.
Yeah,
Well, this has been their problem for a long time.
yeah. I mean, I'm right there. 2.5, 3. Let's call it a. We'll call it a 3.
Yeah, and that's only because it's agreeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough.
It's
to
not
get-
bad.
It's not bad.
just-
That's exactly it. It's a perfectly fine beer.
Yeah.
It's just
Legend
not-
American wheat. Not bad.
Yeah.
that should be their
Yeah.
tagline. They make one called the Z-Dam that they do in the
I
spring.
haven't had that.
And the Z-Dam is just like this, but with a little more flavor. I think
Interesting.
it's a better
Really?
beer. Yeah, I'll have to pick that one up for you guys. Actually, we've done a deli on it
Oh yeah.
once in the past, I believe.
How do you know?
I know, man.
I cannot.
God, that's amazing recall.
I know.
I know my kids' names and
di-
beer.
It doesn't
Yeah.
even sound familiar.
Right.
Like,
I'll forget this in
yeah,
5 hours.
Which is totally fine because that's what this beer
that's what this
excels
beer would
at.
want.
Yeah.
So last night, because Stu's lead in, we'll go ahead and go with it. Last night, we had the opportunity to go see the Lumineers.
Yeah,
so
we did.
You had said you were taking your daughter, but I didn't know the whole family was going.
So,
Both daughters and the wife.
yeah, so I was taking my daughter and my wife. And my youngest daughter was like, I don't want to go. I'd rather just not be around my sister, was actually her,
Yeah.
her logic. Like, she was
Are
like,
they at that point now?
Yeah, she was just like the thought of actually just having a night where like I can do whatever with grandma sounds good. And so she was like, I'll do that. And I was like, that's fine. If you don't want to go to the show, that saves me $80. So
$80 a ticket,
dude, 80, but at the door last night, 37. How's that for a kick in the teeth?
Wow.
That they didn't sell it out, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it looked sold out. I didn't see an open seat.
How about? Did your wife take a swipe at you on the Facebook post?
I haven't seen the Facebook post.
Then I'm guessing yes.
What's the Facebook post?
She took a picture of all y'all in the cars, like head to the Lumineers, and then she said, "I brought a leprechaun with me."
Oh yeah.
Hat joke.
Yeah.
Hat joke.
The hat was talked about a lot last night.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I
wore
Were
my-
you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even Jacob was like, "Hey, Dad, look, there's some other guy wearing Brendan's hat down there."
Another Peaky Blinder.
Yeah.
I was.
I didn't know you had a crew going.
Oh, there was like 15 to 20 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And y'all all sat together and
Yeah.
hung out? That's cool.
But in an arena show, sitting together
This
means
is
nothing.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're literally the person next to you.
Yeah.
You can talk to.
Yeah.
Everything beyond that, it's way too loud.
Yeah.
You're just kind of screaming. We even saw the Abacus there last night.
Nice.
Like he made it down to our section, and then it was just kind of a wave from there.
Yeah.
And then he saw my hat.
So
And
what's
then-
funny is Jacob and I were walking into our seats, and I'm asking the dude, the usher guy, I'm like, hey, man, what side is 15 or 16 on? Should I be going in this section or that one over
Yeah.
there? And the fucking Abacus pokes his head. He's like, I know that voice. I was like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, no. So I introduced him to Jacob, and then he ended up coming down. And we found
I thought
him.
you were going to say, like, the usher pointed, like, see that douche over there in the hat? Go
Yeah,
it's over on that
exactly,
side.
right. There,
Oh.
some homer just walked by asking the same thing.
I looked down and like at one point early
I like your hat, by the way.
in the show. Thank you. I like it too.
And I think you look good in it.
I like this. That's a compliment from both sides of this fence. Bring Stu back. This could be my best episode ever. I'm out. Drop the mic.
I would
Yeah.
buy one of those hats and wear it, except everyone
find
else
one big
already
enough?
has one. Well, probably that, too. But everyone has them.
Really?
I
Oh,
don't
they're
think they're as
popular as hell.
popular as you think. I think you're hanging out with guys with like
Maybe.
those hats and twisty mustaches and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think
We've talked about this, but briefly. What's the MO on the backwards?
it
Like,
looks
is-
really, really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see Samuel L. Jackson sometimes.
But that's
and I'm
a
like,
totally
all right,
different
I'm not
hat.
Samuel L. Jackson,
But
so I can't
Samuel
pull
L.
that off.
Jackson's hat is different.
It is?
Yeah, like the Kangol
the
is
Kangol's
sleeker.
totally different. I have a bunch of those, and I wear those from time to time.
What?
Yeah.
And he's like the pinnacle of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like a dude.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
You
that's
just freaked
cool.
me out.
I didn't know you had a whole crew going. So who was there?
I don't know. Ely just freaked me out.
Somebody out there?
Ely just literally.
You want to pause the?
I kind of do for a moment. Let's see what happens here if this pauses. All right, and we're back. That was crazy. Apparently, the dog just hopped the fence. Neighbor came by.
Thought you were gonna shoot a man.
Yeah, sure does like to run.
Sure does like to run. Well, at least Ely was on top of it.
Yeah, it's a good thing you saw him.
Now we can go back
At
to
first, I thought there was a for sale sign on one of your vehicles. I was like, this motherfucker's eyeballing your cars.
honest to God, my gut reaction was, oh, I hope somebody was so taken aback by
Yeah.
the truck that they
Had to
had
have
to
it,
come up
yeah.
here and start talking.
Right.
Because the person that knocks on your door to talk about a car, that's your buyer.
For sure.
You start $3,000 higher than you think you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see where this goes.
Yep.
Oh, this heirloom?
yeah. My grandpappy built this.
Yeah, with his two hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that kills me.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah,
y'all had
so
a whole
I'm-
crew.
And so I'm sitting there last night, and I'm at the show, and all of a sudden, like, I see Ely over here kind of giggling, and then I look down, and, like, the Instagram feed is lighting up. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
open it up, and sure enough, Emily is up there, and she's seeing my hat, and she and Ely are going back and forth making fun of my hat
It
on
was
DM.
awesome.
I was like, oh, man, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And her jokes are always funny. Like, when she sends messages, like, she clowns me, and you just feed it. You
Of
just
course.
keep throwing coal in that fire. So I was getting crushed.
What did she say? I gotta know.
I don't remember it.
We'll pull it up.
But she was just making fun of your hat, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting things from Jay because I guess Jay was up there.
Well, that's what you want.
Abacus was there.
Accessory. You want females to mock it. That's what you're going for.
For sure.
It's always the
Yeah.
look.
Especially the younger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think to myself, will this shirt get the ladies to laugh at me? If so,
I'm
I'm
in.
aware.
That's what I'm going for.
Right.
But I thought if you're ever going to wear a stupid Peaky Blinders hat, it's to the Lumineers. Because in my mind,
Yes.
the
Hipster
Lumineers
heaven.
are, yeah, and like suspenders and like white
Yeah.
shirts and like.
It was
you know-
like I was going to say, I was going to make a Facebook post stating that we are at the largest collection of docile white people on the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly what it is.
Did a pit open up?
yeah.
Yeah, of hugs.
Yeah. It was brutal.
The hug pit.
You getting in the hug pit? You
Yeah.
know it, brother.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Hugs. Yeah, it was.
And that-
so
Go ahead.
I thought that was the time to wear it because
You
we're
were
gonna
right.
be- and even one of the guys came out. You know, he's shoeless. He's got the suspenders on. And
Yeah.
everything, and I'm like, yep. He's got the little tiny Elvis Costello hat on, and I was like, perfect time
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah, Mose. That's Mose, Dwight Schrute's cousin.
And his name is like Jebediah.
Yeah.
Like the dude's name really is. It's like, yep, that's the guy right
Sells
there.
beats.
Got a beat farm.
Yeah, he does.
Now he's selling.
But you know what's
different
weird
beats.
about that is that a concert like that, when you have a band that is mellow, is a weird environment.
Yeah.
Because in concerts like that, you're like, I'm trying to sing and rock,
Yeah.
but you can't sing in rock because you don't sing in rock. Does that make sense?
No, I know what you're saying.
It's very.
If you had been outdoors, like in a, just outdoor venue,
yeah.
do you think that you would have been dancing more and singing more?
No.
No, you think the music.
I think it's
is
just
that way.
the style of music does not lend to dancing.
just swaying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of it's just singing.
head nodding.
It's just a singing thing. You don't really. I would find it weird.
How many hits
dancing.
do they have? I don't know. I know they have that
Quite a bit.
Hey Ho
Yeah.
song, right? That's their big one. Ho Hey.
Yeah,
or
and then they
whatever.
got
Cleopatra.
Ophelia,
Oh,
Cleopatra,
yeah.
Stubborn Love. All that.
Stubborn Love.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, they have
Which
a
was
ton
their
of
last song.
Are they all the
And then-
same?
I believe it.
Are they all on that same?
No, but even so, they have some more upbeat stuff. They have some dark stuff, and everything in between. In fact, if you listen to the Lumineers, a lot of their stuff is kind of dark, like subject matter,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
sounds really happy and upbeat. And so my daughter is a diehard fan. Like my eldest daughter, absolutely loves them. Always like put on the Lumineers. I want to listen to them. She's singing all the words. Like,
Nice.
she can't get enough. So when the tickets first went on sale, and you said you were bringing your son, I was like, you know what? I'm in. I'm gonna bring my daughter because she's a big fan. And
Yeah.
I saw other kids there,
Yeah.
like as you walked around.
Uh-huh.
And I've been listening to the new album because I'll do that. I'll listen to like the new CD just to kind of make sure that I'm up to speed because it
Yeah.
was the tour for the third album, so they're going to play a lot of it.
Right.
And so I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I've got some songs that I really like. But I was noticing a theme as you really listen to it. This is a dark album.
Yeah.
This is not hey-oh. This is not happy stuff. They're talking about being too fucked up to hold your baby, addiction issues, gambling, getting thrown out of a car, and like left to die kind of stuff. Like the subject matter on this album is fucking dark, despite being very upbeat sounding.
Uh-huh.
And so we were even driving up there, and I'm in the car with my wife, and the girls are in the back. And I say to my wife, I was like, have you ever spent some time like with the words in this album? And she was like, no, not really. I mean, it's just a good album. And I'm like, it's fucked up. Like, it's really messed up, some of this subject matter.
Yeah.
That came through
Right.
at the show.
Oh,
And-
really?
And so,
In video.
yeah, so my youngest...
Oh, they had like
Big
video
screens
playing
up.
on the big screens
So
while they're doing
my
the song.
youngest
Yeah.
daughter is like, she's the type, like say we go to B-dubs and there's like boxing or UFC on, she'll like look at it and start shielding her eyes. She
Yeah.
cannot stand the sight of blood. And
Yeah.
it freaks her out that there may be blood. And so she'll have to sit facing another way. We've been in a place where that was the only TV she could see, and she freaked out so bad. I was like, look, we'll just have them change the channel. Like,
Right.
Come
Yeah.
up with any other game. I was like, can you
Yeah.
put
After
on
the fight's over.
yeah, exactly. Put on the Tampa Bay and the Marlins game. Like
I'll show you blood.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll watch this, or I'll show it to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I felt bad because I had brought this like super like sheltered in a sense of this kind of stuff. She can't
Yeah.
stand it. Like we were watching Avatar the other day, and she was like, "Ah!" and like ran out of the room, and I'm like,
Right.
"They don't even bleed red.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this blue blood."
Yeah.
So I was not expecting the darkness to come through,
Right.
and so they started. It's like, "Hey, yay!" Like it's
Yeah.
all fun, and everybody's having a blast, and
Hugging.
they basically took all of this dark subject matter and they took some actors and actresses and they made them the family, and they videotaped basically a movie that is like imagery heavy because it's
Yeah.
all like
Did each
Think
artistic.
song
of the
play
worst
into
white
the
trash
next?
thing you can think of.
Did it play out throughout the whole concert?
Yeah,
So,
anytime
like,
they
every
played a song from that album,
Yeah.
you saw
this stuff was going on in the background,
Whoa.
and it's fucked imagery. Like I'm telling you now, if you've got a little kid and you're taking them to the Lumineers for the hey yo fun,
Yeah.
If your kid's blind, you're gonna have a fucking blast.
Yeah.
If your kid can see what's on these screens, oh shit.
You said it was white trash.
Dude, I
people
look.
as
Yeah,
hell?
basically. I look over at one point. His youngest daughter's got both of her hands over her eyeballs, like
Oh
this.
my gosh.
Yeah, and I was
Dude.
like, "Oh God."
It was.
Was there any? I feel like I shouldn't say this because I would disagree with myself. But should there be warnings? Like, should there be
No.
like?
No.
No, you're a fucking rock band. You do what you want. And truth be told, like I thought the show was amazing.
Yeah.
Like really, really good. And I thought that horribly dark, fucked up imagery really kind of brought out the darkness of the subject matter, and it made me enjoy it more because now I'm like mortified, not in a bad way, but you know what
He's
I mean?
elbowing his daughter. Look at this. Look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this.
But see, you
That
wallow
bitch
in
is
this.
overdosing. Ugh.
That's right. Exactly.
You wallow
Those
in
are
this
track
type of
marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do. I enjoy that kind of
Yeah.
like. So it was almost like a Tool video is shaking out
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
here, and down here is like suspenders and jamming
Right.
and pounding the drums.
Bare feet.
And I'm like, just watch the band. She's like, I can't miss what's
You
happening.
can't look away from the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that. I was like, well, close your
That guy
eyes.
spilled ketchup all over his face.
Dude, I mean, the very first time and so the guy comes out on stage and he's like, so this last album is all about a family member of mine who I've been trying to save for a while, and I'm kind of in a position where I can help now. So I bought her a house, and I had to evict her like 6 months later because she kept screwing it up. Went into rehab on 3 separate occasions, and now she went into jail.
Wow.
And like, so he's telling this story, and my daughter's like, they don't sound like a very good family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't know that they are. And then sure enough, this lady, the song's about how she can't hold her baby because she's too fucked up on drugs and addiction. And they're just showing this lady holding a baby, just chugging a bottle of vodka.
Oh shit.
And my daughters are like, they already have issues
Real
with
for
alcohol.
real.
Oh, yeah. She's popping pills. She's laying on the ground, foam coming out of her mouth, Chris Farley style.
Oh, my
Like,
God.
this shit was twisted, dark imagery that was going on. They played one song. My kids have never seen drugs. They got to watch people do cocaine. They got to watch people taking pills, chasing it down with vodka, smoking big old bong loads. Like, they got
Nice.
to see all this. At one point, there's a dude just fucking this girl. Like, just fucking her. Now, you don't see
I must
her
have missed
tits.
that.
Dude, he's on top of her.
I did see a naked chick.
Yeah. Then at one point, she's running topless, bleeding through a field. I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. Like, the imagery is
Dude.
so dark.
Yeah.
When I looked over at them and this dude is literally just railing this girl, I'm like, this is fucked. I was like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're excited to be at
What was
the
your wife
Lumineers
saying?
show. Oh, she was just looking at me like, it's a good,
What
it's
do
a-
we do?
It's a good show. And once we get past these dark songs, we can get back to Ophelia. Oh,
Yeah.
Ophelia. And everyone's
Right.
happy and
Yeah.
clapping. But I knew this album was so dark, and they hit it for like a 4-song spell.
But you had no idea that this was gonna happen.
Why would I think they were going to put this fucked up imagery on the screen?
They have to know like their music is family friendly music.
Yeah.
They were kids.
It's not like you're at a,
I didn't take 'em to
show.
Ozzy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have never expected that.
No.
Yeah.
This was them trying to break out of their
Yes.
campy
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
They said-
had some longer songs.
They said, now you're here to see us. We're not opening for somebody. This is our 3rd album, and you guys got to
It's not
understand
all radio music.
our subject matter is legitimately real and dark. And they were like, we're going to put it on show. And I mean, the lights were dark. Everything had a red tint during these songs, like Hellfire. It was crazy.
That was the specific song I looked over, and she had her eyes covered.
Oh, my
The red
God.
one. Yeah.
Oh, the
So-
red one was so dark. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this song is so good. And they're like, fuck you, fuck me, fuck
Yeah.
this all. And like,
dropping all sorts
well,
of.
we knew that
Yeah.
that song had it because they've
Yeah.
heard that like come on at the house, and I'm like, ugh, that's a bad word. And so they were ready for that. And in fact, I used when fuck is the levity in a moment. That's when you know the rest of the moment's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Because I turned over as they're watching people bleed and OD, and I'm like, hey girls, this is the song with the bad word. And it was just to get them to look at me
Yeah.
and focus on, here comes the bad word, because I'm like, that is the least offensive thing in the moment that's
Right.
going to happen. So I was
Wow.
like, focus on the fuck, because I don't want you to necessarily have to see,
Not the fucking going on
Yes.
on screen.
dude.
The word.
Seriously crazy. And then I
So-
felt, I was like, am I bad? But I was like, no, I didn't know this was going to happen.
No, not at all.
I couldn't have known.
Yeah, you didn't have any
Yeah.
poor intent.
And it would be like, they would go to another song and it'd be campy and happy. And then all of a sudden you'd see like the picture of the lady come up and you're like, oh, it's going to be another dark one. And then sure enough, it would spiral. I mean, how did your son, did he say anything about it or react to it at all?
No, but he's like, no. He listens to Rap God and shit. Like, he's not.
Yeah.
He's immune to that shit already.
But the visuals, none of that was jarring to him.
he didn't say anything about it.
This morning I woke up to.
I was going to ask you how your car ride home was.
We talked about it. I was like, yeah, the imagery was a little rough. They were trying to get across that these are very bad tones. And I was
Yeah.
like, the reality is that there's people in this world who can't get out of their own way
Yeah.
and do more harm to themselves and their family than they do good. And I was like, and unfortunately, the lead singer has been dealing with that, and this was him trying to cope with it.
Yeah.
And you're seeing those things to help give the point that this song is about something very sad, and you're seeing something very sad so that we don't make those mistakes. It's like, so that was supposed to be like a learning experience to remind you to be good.
Yeah.
Be good to your family, take care of each other, and not run into these things, because you see what happens. These people got hurt and they got sick and they didn't. So I really tried to bring it around as like a teaching moment,
Sounded pretty good when you just said it right there.
but easier said than done.
Yeah,
right?
for
Because I
sure.
wake up this morning.
Because you can't take back those images that are burned in your kids' eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wake up this morning and the first thing I hear, Grandma walks in the house and I hear my oldest daughter like, this was the craziest concert. There was a baby drinking a bottle of alcohol.
Really?
And
Oh
I was like,
God.
I better go downstairs.
Oh.
Because there was at one point
Yeah, there was. I do remember that part.
it
It wasn't drinking. He was just playing with it.
was
Yeah.
an infant with a vodka bottle turned up in its mouth.
Yeah.
Was it
So-
in his mouth?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. The baby
But it was
literally-
empty. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to hang with that baby.
yeah, that baby's fun.
Well, that baby
Like Stewie.
doesn't.
I
that-
like you.
Yeah.
that baby doesn't turn out well.
You
Yeah.
think?
Well, you see.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
seen how
actually,
this
yeah.
child
Yeah.
lands.
Go to a Lumineers show. You don't have to think about it.
Right.
anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Nothing left to the
But
imagination.
no, the baby was not drinking. The baby picked up the parent's empty bottle and had it
Yeah.
tipped up.
Yeah.
It just had it tipped up. So, again, imagery.
Yeah.
It was all, this was like some artsy fartsy, filmmaker. And they were like, we got this dark subject matter. How would you do it? He's like, fucking black and white with a fucking
Hell
hint
yeah.
of red.
Yeah.
And then blood. And let's do it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man.
They're clearly trying to break out of their stereotype.
That's
They-
a shame because
It is. 'Cause I don't know why. Like, just let it ride.
Dude, but
I
they
like
rocked.
music that makes
Yeah.
you feel good.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that.
Well, and I don't know that they won't go back to it, but he said, I'm dealing with some dark stuff in my family, and this album's about that.
Yeah.
And I had sensed it listening to it, but I did not know the extent of how bad this was and that it was all one family, like it was one story being told. Did not expect that. Should have taken them to the first album,
Yeah.
Lumineers, because the first time I saw the Lumineers, it was campy and fun, and I was like, this is like taking the kids to a fucking Raffi concert.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect.
Isn't it funny how, I don't want to say folk, but singers like that are so super emotional.
Super.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't count the amount of times where he tapped on his chest and was like, it's something that I love.
oh my
You know
God.
what I mean? And you're like, oh, jeez, we get it. Like,
and if you told
just
me, if you just told
extra
me,
feelings on his sleeve. And,
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I guess that's what makes the music,
well,
right?
and if you told me I went and saw a concert and the singer tapped his heart and said something, you would picture the guy barefoot
yeah,
with the
exactly.
suspended, like you would picture that guy.
For sure. And he encompasses it all. He is that guy. Yeah.
Even the rest of the band didn't really hang out much during those dark songs. Did
Yeah.
you notice that?
No.
It was him at the front of the stage, and it was like the drummer,
Yeah.
who was the guy that's been with him forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the two of them are
Lows.
like, yeah, we get dark. The rest of the band is like, yeah, we'll be back here in the shadows,
Right.
because you guys are about to see some shit. Like if maggots had started crawling out of the eye sockets of a dead body, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah, they just hadn't thought of it.
It didn't have. Yeah, they just didn't figure it out yet.
Right.
Like it was wild. Watching that woman OD, I was like, oh, they're getting real.
Yeah.
Like they're getting real. This is
like a bad idea. It really does. I mean, if you're making music for the masses, like you got to think there's going to be some kids there that don't need to see that stuff.
well, especially if
And
you're
even
that
if
campy kind of stuff.
And
But like to your point, you don't have to warn me. Like I took him to a rock concert after 9:00. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
That reminds me of that song "Castle on the Hill." Have you heard that song, the Ed Sheeran song?
I don't think so. Oh, actually,
It could be one of the like.
I think
I was
I have-
compared
I
to
think
like
I
it
think
could
I
be like an all-time best song ever, but he just like the content that he talks about. It's like I haven't thrown up with my friends in so long and shit like that. And you're like, dude, this could have been an amazing song.
Yeah.
And you fucked it up with content that's not going to make it an amazing song.
But it's totally different too, hearing it and seeing it like that. Like,
Oh yeah,
the kids would have
kids
never
never
picked
would have
up. The
picked up
worst
any of
thing
it.
would have been the fuck.
yeah,
Because they said it 3 times in that one song.
Yeah.
That was the lighthearted moment for me.
right. But the movie
Lean
playing,
in. Yeah, it was crazy.
and that
I
dude
was
that
like,
was in there has been in another movie, and I'm trying to place it, and I can't place
The
it.
one of
dad?
No,
actors.
the skinny brother dude.
the son.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, the son. Yeah,
he looks like a.
he was in something, and it'll come to me, but
Is it Stranger Things?
no. But he looks like the brother a little bit.
Yeah.
But
okay.
no, it was something else.
Yeah, no, I know the kid too. I was like, I know
Yeah.
this kid,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know how, but it was dark. So fair warning: if you have kids and you're trying to take them to the Lumineers, don't miss this tour. Go yourself though, because it was not what I expected, and I thought it was awesome.
what's
I'm
your
actually
take
going
on the concert?
I enjoyed it. What I said originally is,
I've never been a big Lumineers fan, so
I guess I'm always used to rocking or dancing and
Rolling.
singing in a stadium, in a
Yeah.
in a place like that, and for it to be, it's hard to get the crowd going when you're a mellow band.
yeah.
Sure.
is what my takeaway
That's
was.
probably why
from
they
it.
have all the imagery.
And
Yeah,
then when you show
exactly.
people
Yeah.
dying,
Tons of
it's like,
filler.
well,
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and just watch this
Yeah,
and feel it. And that's what it was. It was designed to make you feel it without dancing.
right.
It was a very different vibe they were going for, and they nailed it. But it's not appropriate for a 9-year-old that can't watch boxing.
Right.
It was a little
No.
much. So
Didn't have nightmares, so that's good.
Is she 9?
yeah, just turned.
Oh, really?
9 and
just
10.
turned. Yeah. So she said on the way home, I'm gonna have nightmares, and then she passed out in the car. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, we're good. There's no nightmares. But then it was like, I always get to that moment where the encore's starting, and I'm like, should I get out of here? Because
Always.
I always worry about traffic, and I knew
Yeah.
that, my wife had to work the next day, so I was like, and my youngest was like, can we just go? Like, I don't want to
You
see
had an
any
hour
more of
drive
this.
home.
And I was like, let's just hear the next song. And the next song came up, and it was like, it was campy.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then it was like, I think something was starting, and I saw the chick again, and I was like, we should go.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Let's beat the traffic. And like, just bounced. And sure enough, we got out of there. And the girls were excited. I don't think there's any scars here. Like, everybody's fine. But it was like, damn, I can pinpoint. If they picked up on it, I don't know. But I can pinpoint the first time they saw cocaine, sex. It was a fucking
Yeah.
Lumineers concert.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Who would have thought? Yeah.
Yeah, who knew?
Crazy.
Now when they get presented that white powder, they'll know what to do with it.
Right.
Don't do it.
I saw it. No.
Actually, it did have a very say no to drugs vibe.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of came away like, I really shouldn't be doing that, which is funny because the band that opened for them, Mountain Joy, is singing songs about getting high and drinking, and then the Lumineers come out and they're like, just say no. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. That Democracy song by Leonard Cohen was amazing.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. They did some good stuff. I enjoyed the show. I'm going to go see them again in Charlotte in a few months.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
like them that much?
And right when all the tickets came out, I got hit up by 2 different groups. Like, hey, do you want to go see the Lumineers? And I was like, all right. So it just kind of
Same
happened.
tour?
Yeah, it just kind of happened. But like, I knew, okay, I'm taking the kids to this one.
The
So
other one will be my.
I'm gonna go.
let loose.
I'll drive. I'll take care of everybody. And the other one, I'm gonna go out of town and like I'm gonna do it up, and now I know what to expect. It's like it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But it'll be a good show because I won't have to worry about the sensitivity in the 2 seats next to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that was a weird dynamic for me.
Sounds awkward and weird for sure.
It really was. Good show though.
Yeah.
Sounds
great.
like it.
Just it's definitely rated R, which you would not expect from
The
The
Lumineers.
a G-rated band.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They did a good job changing the narrative.
Showing
For
how
sure.
badass they are.
Yeah, they're rockers, bro.
Such bad
Rock and roll artists.
Yeah.
They are. They're, and then I came home and watched Little Nicky. I was like, you know what I haven't had enough of? Satan.
Right.
I came home and watched Little Nicky
I
there.
don't know how I feel about that Adam Sandler voice in Little Nicky. That
Hey.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
just-
even watched that movie through because
Me either.
it's so god awful.
You really should. That's just
Oh,
it's horrible.
God.
It's stuck in my head because that's how I spent till 2 in the morning.
That's
Yeah.
so bad.
I wonder
I
what'll
haven't
keep you
seen-
up tonight.
I haven't seen Uncut Gems
Lord
yet.
only knows.
I want to.
Seen what?
Me too.
Uncut Gems. I
Oh, I haven't either.
I do want to see that. I want to see if it was really just him thinking he should get an Oscar, or if he really thought he.
Well,
knocked
everybody-
it.
Well, I'm
blowing
saying it's
smoke.
over the rest of it. He's not just talking about this movie. He's talking about throughout his career.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
I
got to be, right?
Well, he
Well-
seemed to think this was the one that if anyone was going to take him serious, it would happen right here.
Oh, really?
Well, he named his comedy last special 100% fresh because all of his movies on Rotten Tomatoes get blasted, and I think part of him being upset was for getting overlooked is they always overlook comedies. Comedies never get any credit for anything.
Well, they overlook people that don't kiss the ring, I think is what they do.
Yes.
If you don't go to the dinners, if you don't, fall into the cliques,
Yeah.
and I look at it like, I don't know, I kind of look at it like I do the FDA, where it's like you got to pay to play.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? If you don't, pay this amount of money and know the right people, you're going to be pushed down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame, but I do want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard any reviews?
It's gotten great reviews.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look like it's kind of cool, and the way he did it apparently is pretty bright.
But I heard
wanna
you end
see
up
it.
like I think the one bad thing I did hear was you're supposed to like feel for the dude, but he's so unlikable as a character. Like
Really?
every time he gets a redo, because he's into like gambling and doing all this stuff, like he just backs himself. He's one of the guys Brandon's talking about that can't get out of their own way. Like that's just
Is this a story of a like a real person, or
I
is
don't
this
think
just a?
so.
I don't know.
Okay.
The Lumineers do a song about it. It's called 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Actually, that song was played last night. That is about a gambling problem. So, I'll take it on a high note. However,
Yeah.
little Taylor Carson
Thanks.
made that.
Jeez.
Thank you guys so much for
Appreciate
tuning
the
in.
downer, Brendan.
I believe Troy wanted a review of some sort, so please go out and
Yes, please go review us. That's what bumps us up the charts.
It does. It does. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to reach out to us on the Facebook page, please send us topics there or send them over at insidethepallethouse@gmail.com. Or you can always make fun of my hat on Instagram at ITPH Podcast
I gotta see that.
or on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you soon. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?